Yeah, 4/20/25. Happy 4/20. Oh my god. It's Easter. Oh, I'm Marissa. It's my video diary. Time has come to drink some skulls. Oh my god. Oh. So yesterday, why is that glaring like that up there? You know, I'm not like fancy or nothing. Oh, it's worse. Little spit shine there. Good job, Larissa. What is going on? Oh, he's outside the door. Sir is outside the door. Brodingus Kerplingus. Oh, I gave him a new name yesterday. What was it? He got a new name last night. He liked it. He was like, "Hey," I can't remember what it was now. I have to ask Oma. What the hell did I call Brody last night? All of a sudden, Brody's like, "Yeah, do that again." No, that's what happens when you're drinking rye. I had some rye last night. I did. I enjoyed it. Oh yeah, that High West double rye. That's good shit. Anyway. Anyway. So yesterday. Yesterday. I went and shumne babbled it up. Oh, shumne baba. Oh, yes. Shumne grasota. Yes. What am I talking about? Oh, I, I put I slipped on my grandma Rose isotoner slippers, literally and figuratively. I did me a little performance art. I did. Yeah, we went to the gallery. Well, supposedly there was this march. I never saw nobody. I saw like a handful of women, young women. I don't know what the hell this was all about. I don't know. I guess there were protests all over about Donald Trump, you know. It just seems like public masturbation to me. You know, do I like Trump? No. No. But geez, come on. Marching down the street with signs doesn't do anything. It really doesn't. So what did I do? This is what I did yesterday. I went into the gallery and I had on this big black dress. It's this, I wore it to court. It's this big linen bag it's a bag of a dress. Like I have a short one, I have a long one. It's the long one I was wearing. Looks like I got plucked off a mountainside. Oh, I was in Santa Cruz though. It looks like I was plucked off the side of a mountain in some other foreign country, right? And I put on I had on one of my aprons. Well, I was busy making something. I needed to wear an apron. And I had on my babushka, had my hair tied back. I was all stada baba. I was all stada baba. And I had all my stuff for making my dough, right? And I did it at the gallery. I made my Easter bread dough at the gallery. So I have on my babushka, my apron, and I put on my isotoner slippers, my black isotoner slippers, like my grandma Rose used to wear. Yeah, I made me a cup of tea. It wasn't milk tea. It wasn't milk tea like Ruja would have made me. She never drank milk tea. She always put lemon in her tea. She made milk tea for me. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why she put the lemon in the tea ruins the tea. She always put lemon in her tea. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she always made me milk tea. Anyway, got out my little burners that I have there at the gallery. Why do I have burners at the gallery? So I can make myself an egg if I need to, or if I sometimes you need to like heat stuff up for art too, So yeah. So I have my little portable burner. I got the little portable burner when we had our stove refurbished, right? For days that it wasn't possible to go outside to barbecue, because most days we barbecued. I got a couple things. I had an electric griddle, and I had the two electric burners that I could plug in, and I had an electric kettle. So the electric kettle and the burners I have at the gallery. The electric griddle didn't last long. It was a piece of shit. It lasted like as long as I needed it to last while we were having the stove redone. I got a 1940s stove, 1940s Merit stove. It's like 1943 or something, 1944, something like that. It's a really cool thing. Yeah, it's great. Bakes great. Yeah, so made my dough and 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 glared at people. I gave them the hairy eyeball. Gave people the hairy eyeball all day. Where my babushka, I was listening to I have this CD of 1928 to 1936, I think is what it is. 1928 to 1936 Ukrainian village music. I'm like, oh yeah, these are the real village people. I put on headphones. It's super annoying. Oh my god, it's the most annoying thing. I listened to it over and over and over again while I was making this dough. And I had some interactions with people, and they were like, what is going on here? Yeah. No, I didn't put on an accent or anything. If I was gonna put on an accent, I'd have to put on a Pittsburgh accent. It might be like my grandma Rose. Yeah. I had my short little wooden spoon and everything. Shumne, oh, krasota, yeah. Yeah. So I made my Posca dough. Then we sat around. I did some other work at the gallery, and then came home. And I did the second kneading, and then the dough rose the second time, and then I split it. I split it and shaped it. I didn't have 4 cake pans to put it in, round pans, so I just put it on the cookie sheets, two to each cookie sheet, and shaped them nice and round. Put the cross on top of them and everything. Yeah, and brushed them with the egg. Yeah, yeah, I did. Shumne. Oh, dobro. Yeah, and baked them. They look real nice. I didn't take a picture last night. I have to take a picture. I go down there this morning. Yeah, it's glaring. People had, because I had my hair like all slicked back, and I had my babushka on. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. So like people pulling back into that parking lot. There was like a parade of white Mercedes yesterday. I don't know, all these white Mercedes and white BMWs, and I was like, I'd go out and I'd glare at them. It was like enough. A couple people I had to talk to, they were like, "Ooh," this is one couple. They come in, they park right. They had a blue BMW. I come back and park. And the couple gets out, young couple. Oh, you folks going to get massages? And they come up walking past me, and the guy's like smiling, and the girl's like looking at me like, "Ooh, what is this?" Was ist das? She's looking at me. She's like, she looks frightened, and he's smiling, right? Are you gonna get a massage? She's like, yeah. And he's like walking, and I'm like, it's over there. And he's like, oh, thank you. So they go around. I watch them. They kind of like walk in the front door, and then they think better of things. They come back and to get in their car, and I'm standing there with my cup of tea still. My hand, like, here, take a magazine. And she's like, oh. It was funny. It was very funny. Oh, I used to have this big wooden spoon. I'd put on my apron and my babushka for the F3 events. And I had this big wooden spoon. Somebody stole my wooden spoon. I used to spank people with the wooden spoon. I had this giant wooden spoon. I used to spank people with it. I didn't cook with it. It was just I carried it around with me in my apron. To spank people at the event. Yeah. It was funny. Somebody stole it. Yeah. My grandma Rose, she used to spank all the neighborhood kids. She did. Yeah. She also cooked for them. Their mothers didn't. She used to make all those sandwiches. Oh my God. All those jumbo sandwiches. She used to buy pounds and pounds of lunch meat. Yeah. Jumbo. Bologna. We call it in Pittsburgh jumbo. You get thick, thick cut jumbo. You get thick cut jumbo. You get thin cut jumbo. You get your jumbo. Yeah. Yeah. So you make jumbo and American cheese and tomato sandwiches. Jumbo, American cheese, tomato, and mayonnaise. That's what she'd put on her sandwiches. She'd bake all these buns. Yeah. Yeah, no, she didn't buy bread. She baked it. She'd bake all these buns, sheets and sheets and sheets of buns, burger buns. She's gonna make burger buns. Yeah, 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 yeah. When when she'd make lunches, and oh my god, crates and crates of eggs, crates and crates of eggs. She had a refrigerator downstairs. It was just for eggs and lunch meat, and milk. And she had a refrigerator. It was just for pop. Yeah, Fago. Yeah, so she got the Fago pop. Grape Fago, red Fago, orange Fago. Yeah. And then a Pepsi for Pap. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. And then she had a freezer that was full of her chicken and pork cutlets that she'd make, breaded. And she put them in the freezer. Yeah. Yeah. And all the kids would come over. And you get a sandwich. And you'd get a hard boiled egg. And she always had lots of Pringles too. She didn't get the little individual packs of Pringles. She'd get the big Pringles, right? And then she'd split them up. You get a little baggie of Pringles. Yeah, it was lunch that she made for all the kids in the neighborhood. You get a can of pop, Fago pop. It's better than going hungry, right? Yeah. She'd talk about, oh, that one's mother up there. Got a different man there every day. There's a different man up there, and police were down there, picked him up the other day, and kid's been in the house by himself for 3 days now. Yeah. Yeah. When I got out of line, she'd spank him with the spoon. And her babushka and her isotoner slippers. Oh my god. So I had to go deliver the bread because I don't need 4 loaves of pasta. No, I don't. Got 1 loaf for us, and I got 3 loaves to share. You know, brought it home, baked it. It's beautiful. So yes, rye. You know, and then I drank rye and got dippy. Oh my god. What did I call Brody? I'm like, oh, it's a new name for Brody. Oh, I can't remember now. Brain fart. Anyway, cold sore. Mm. Mm. It doesn't hit itch anymore. So it'll be healed up in a couple days at this point. At this point, because I can like move my mouth now. And it doesn't like pull or crack or hurt. You know. Yeah, and I put some peroxide on it this morning and it didn't even bubble, so like the virus and everything's all dead now. It's just the wound that needs to heal. Yeah. Cold sore. Yeah, I put the Abreva on it and then I take the L-Lysine supplement. It shortens the period of the outbreak of the virus. Yeah, you can only get it like if you like kiss on me and suck on it, right? It's like not like a readily communicable thing. Like you got to get up close and personal to get it. Mm. It's all stress. Stress in my period. Thank God that's over. Period's over. Yay. I'm just glad I don't got the genital herpes. That's a different simplex. Yeah, it's a different simplex than this. I was telling Omar. So like I didn't get herpes. The chickenpox virus is a herpes simplex, and my mom's father was immune to it. Was immune to chickenpox, and I always got cold sores, but I like went through elementary school and stuff without getting chickenpox, and I sat next to a kid the one day that broke out. Like we had to share a chair for a computer class at St. Catherine's, and the kid that I shared my chair with, he broke out with the chickenpox that day and had to go home from school. And so they called my mom, or they sent me home with a note or something. I don't know, I can't remember what it was, just letting her know that I was probably going to get the chickenpox because that's the one. It's like it's most contagious. Like the day before and the day of breakout. All right. Yeah. So I didn't get it, and I finally got chickenpox in 7th grade, and it was a mild case. I didn't get like it wasn't real bad, but we thought I was immune to it, like my pappy, because my pappy never had them. No, no, one of his brothers didn't either. Anyway, it's a genetic thing to be immune to it. Yeah. But then I had an uncle, my pappy's sister's husband, my uncle Andy Urick. He died he got chickenpox in his brain, shingles in his brain. That's how he died. There's a name for it. My great uncle Andy Urick. Yeah. Anyway, lives in your spinal fluid. Yeah, and you get it on one side or the other because only one side. I mean, you get chickenpox all over your body, but when you have herpes, like when you get shingles or whatever like that, like you get it on one side of your body or the other side. And once you have shingles on one side, you can't get it on that side again. You can get it on the other side though. And so it's like it's in your spinal fluid. It's like this weird thing. He is outside of the door. He just wants in so bad. Hey, sir, you want in here? Do you? You want in here, sir? Yeah. Look who it is. Look at this. Look at this. Hi. How are you, sir? Do you remember what mommy called? What did mommy call you last night? You got a new name last night. Mommy can't remember what it is now. Huh? Oh, pile of laundry. Yes, I know. I saw the pile of laundry. I know. Always looks at it. He's like, laundry. He looks at me so like disgusted. He tells me when to go take a shower too. He'll like get up here on the bed and he'll sniff me and then he'll go like stand and point at the bathroom. He's like, go bathe. I'm like, you want to talk, you stinkosaurus. Telling me I smell. Oh my god. Oh, oh my god. The weather is going to be insane this week here, up and down, up and down. So I'm going to be like in so much pain when it changes like that. It's awful. Stop it. I know. Come up here. Come on. Come on, sir. What's the matter with you? Come on. Come on. Hi. How are you? How are you today, sir? Is it Easter? Happy Easter, buddy. Happy Easter. Yeah. Mommy's gonna go out, and I forgot to get the ground meat to make you your Easter food. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, you and Daddy are both gonna get ground beef because I'm making nachos, tacos or something today. That's what we're having for Easter. I didn't feel like making pierogi. Had enough starch. I made those all that pasta. Come on up. Come on. Come on. No, you're gonna stay down there. Okay. Are you hurting? Is your butt hurt? What's the matter with you? He's acting like his hips hurt or something. Whatever. We'll see. I'll have to keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on him. Yeah. Nachos or tacos or something. I don't do nachos. I make the nacho meat. Nacho meat. I got all the tortillas. I'll fry them up and make chips. Ooh, I'm out of oil. I used the oil yesterday. Oh, that's the other thing I made yesterday. So I had this leftover rice from the other day, right? So I mixed it up. I added some tapioca starch and some eggs and some sunflower seeds and some cheese, feta cheese that I had, and squished it all together. Made patties and fried them in oil. And I clarified some butter and then added oil to it. And I fried them, made like arancini. I called them Arabcini because it was a saffron rice with chickpeas and raisins. Yeah, so it was saffron rice that I broiled half a pepper, right, and then put it down inside the pepper. Served it inside the pepper the other night. It was real good. It was good. Like the pepper could have been a little softer, but it was like an impromptu stuffed pepper or dolma, whatever. Whatever, it was a dolma stuffed pepper. Yeah, but I had all this rice left over. Needed to be ate. Yeah, so I fried up them arancinis. They were good. I called them Arabcinis. I said Arabcinis with the saffron rice and the chickpeas and the raisins. No carrot. It was not a pilaf. Oh my god. Yeah, so I got pasta down there and I made hard-boiled eggs yesterday and I got the green onions and kielbasa for Omar. That'll be breakfast. And take the other pastas out and give them away. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. Oh my god! And I gotta go to the grocery store and get the ground beef, and I need an onion. I need to get a red onion. I need ground beef and a red onion. And there was something else I needed at the grocery store. Ground beef, red onion. What was the other thing I needed? There was something else that I forgot. Toilet paper. I forget toilet paper. Down to like 2 rolls in a house. Oh my god. I need more than 2 rolls of toilet paper to wipe my fat ass. That's for damn sure. Oh my god. It's Easter Sunday. Why do you seek the living among the dead? Why do you seek the living among the dead? Ugh. Brody's licking his wiener. He's allowed to do it on the floor. He's not allowed to do it when he's on the bed, and he knows. I can just if he starts doing it on the bed, I can just give him a look, and he goes, okay, and he gets down. He was being a stinker yesterday. He was doing all kinds of stinker stuff. Yeah, he was. Weren't you, sir? He's like, don't be telling on me, Mommy. I don't want to be in your video. I want to be in your video diary. Yeah, so, I don't know. Starting tomorrow, or my diaries will go back onto my blog, Critical Thought, on oneuvgallerystudio.com. Yeah, blog is underneath the home tab. Yeah, you gotta buy a subscription. Why do I do video diary at all? It's not because like I want to like share shit with people. I don't, but I used to write a diary. Dear diary. No, I didn't. I never wrote dear diary, but I journaled. Yeah, I did, and I had journals stolen. On a couple occasions, I had journals stolen out of my home. And I had stuff, not just journals, sketchbooks too. And so like I keep an open sketchbook now. Like I don't have like a book that I write in, like a diary. I sketchbook in a different way. But I do these videos. That's why I started doing video diary, because I'm just like, fine, if I'm that interesting, I'll save you. Like, please stop breaking in my house and taking shit like that. So here, I'm not lying. That's why I do this. Because it certainly isn't that interesting to me. Shit, it's just my fucking talking face in my pajamas. Like when I get up, because I used to write my diary the first thing when I got up in the morning. Just like my Grandma Rose. My Grandma Rose used to keep a diary in the morning. I've never gotten to read her diary. My Aunt Roseanne wouldn't let me see it. No. No, I don't think it's because, like, there was anything and I couldn't see, but it was just like a control thing, you know? It's like, "Oh, I have this and you don't," kinda thing, you know? That's the way my family is. My family's shitty like that. I don't know. Oh, yeah. But anyway, my grandma Rose, she used to keep a diary. She had this desk that she sat at in the morning, and, you know, every month she paid her dues to the Ukrainian Ladies Association that they oh, yeah, that exists. Yeah, it did at least. Um She had a little like, book that she kept track of all of her dues that she paid to the Ukrainian Ladies Association. Yeah. Yeah, it was a little book. She had a little book. Yeah, all her papers, and she'd write in her diary. She got up every morning, like, at 4:30, and she'd take a shower and set her hair in rollers, and then she'd sit down and write in her diary. Now, my I'd get up in the morning, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, and then I'd read my missal, and well, she'd read her missal too before she'd write in her diary. But that was the very first thing I did. I got up in the morning, went to the bathroom, brushed my teeth, and then I'd read my missal and then write in my diary. Yeah. Yeah, and they stole them. They stole them. They stole a couple of the actual journals, full journals, and then a couple other journals they tore pages out of, and then took a couple sketchbooks and a couple other sketchbooks they tore pages out of. So, like, you know, why is that so fucking interesting? To read my reflection on reading the missal. Who the hell steals that? And like me writing my thoughts about, you know, like, oh, this, that, or the other thing. I mean, it's just like when I'm talking here. I mean, this is the way I write this is the way I would write in my diary. Like, this is my voice, you know. Wasn't anything contrived or anything. So, like, it's not interesting to me. I don't know why anybody else would find it interesting. Hmm? Hempescata? Hmm? Uh, anyway, yeah. Oh, people are up in arms about RFK talking about autism. Autism is and they're all like angry about it or whatever. And listen to what he had to say. And I worked for about a year and a half, and a year in a naturopathic doctor's office, and it was a husband and wife team. Um, they're both naturopaths, and they specialized in treating autism and a couple other things, but autism in particular, and they dealt with a lot of kids. And it's not one or the other. It's a two-prong thing. It is both genetics and environment. So there's genetic predisposition, right? There's genetic predisposition to the disorder, or to the but then there are environmental factors that are exacerbating. And so there are a lot of studies that have been done, traits that are identified as symptomatic of autism that are common traits among people who work in tech fields, in things like programming. Yeah, there's studies about this. And when they've seen, particularly in Silicon Valley, this study was done like over 20 years ago because I was listening to it when it first came. I was listening to a program on NPR. They were talking about it when the results of the study came out, and I was on my way to work in Palo Alto when we first moved out here. Yeah, so the study was the study was showing that there was a huge rise in cases of autism in Silicon Valley, in couples, and they were seeing both parents were tech people, right? And autistic traits were desirable in these fields, right? And then these people mate with each other, and they have like these genetic predispositions, and so they have kids that are like, you know, more intensely on this spectrum. But they're also, because of the field, tend to be in places that have high concentrations of heavy metals, right, in manufacture and in product line. And so they found that heavy metal toxicity has a lot to do with exacerbating the illness. And so, like, you don't get rid of autism, but some cases, some severe cases, can be treated through chelation therapy, which that is an environmental factor, right? Chelation therapy pulls heavy metal um, out of organ tissue, which is very, very difficult to do. Like, you can have heavy metal toxicity and you can purge your system somewhat of heavy metals through weight loss when and they squeeze when your fat cells shrink. But like the fat that's in and the tissue that's in your organs, doesn't shrink during weight loss or whatever. So you have to go through a drawing process. And so there's supplement that you can take to help draw. It's called, they're chelators, to help pull heavy metals out of your body. You can't do it too fast. If you do it too fast, your body gets toxic and you can die, because like these metals that are metal in the body helps to relay electronic impulse and attaches to salts, and they can oxidize. And there's certain metals that your body needs to use, and others that it will use, right? Because it's a chemical reaction kind of thing. So you got to do it slowly, otherwise you become toxic and can die. Can't do chelation therapy too fast, but there can be a great reduction in autistic uh, symptomology with chelation therapy for some people who have environmental factors. So it's both. It's not just one thing. It's both things, right? Or it can be both things. It's primarily genetic, but it can also be environmental. And so I don't know. So I don't know what the hell. I didn't listen to what RFK had to say about anything. I've met a couple people that have known him, and evidently he's a butt smacker kind of dude, right? Like he's got sleaze factor. Of course, he's a politician. What do you expect? Yeah, autism is really difficult to work with in the classroom, particularly if you have multiple students that have it and if they are severe, right? I've dealt with it. And was paid less than what fast food workers get paid. Yeah, good job.